Rise and shine on your Friday morning, July 5th. Every Friday, we are joined by Ellen Hurst and sometimes a special guest of Alabama Cares who share their expertise and inspiring stories. And today, we're thrilled to bring you a selection of these memorable segments. First up is Teresa Speigner from State Health Insurance Assistant Program, providing valuable information on navigating health insurance. We'll hear more from Ellen Hurst about the Alabama Cares program, the Alabama Cares director, with insightful discussions about the Alabama Cares program and its impact on our community, and delving deeper into the support and resources it offers. Following that, Katie Forham will share her personal journey and story of living with Parkinson's disease, offering a powerful perspective and hope to many. And finally, Carla Jones with Oxford Community Paramedics will talk about the essential services and support her team provides to the community. So grab your coffee, settle in, and get ready to be inspired and informed by these incredible guests. Rise and shine, everybody. It's 7:48 on your Friday morning, June the 14th. How quickly this month has flown, and we are having so much fun. So this morning we are talking about something that's very necessary. And it's got a lot of moving parts to it. And thank goodness Miss Teresa is here to help you. Call 1-800-AGE-LINE. And so if you have questions, we're going to try to fill you in on some of the questions that she can answer today. And she's always there to help with things. So my goodness, my brain is just rattling around on all these things, Ellen. Ellen, you get to bring in all these wonderful guests, and I get to learn so much. And this one is a really hard one to wrap your brain around.
It is.
Because there's so many, Part A,
and
B,
how do you
C,
think
D.
I mean, we work at the agency,
Thank
you know,
goodness
like
for you.
my team, when we go out, or any of the teams, and when we have seniors come and ask us, we're like, whoa, you need to call 1-800-AGE-LINE and speak to Teresa or somebody on her team.
Yes.
Because she's the one that knows everything. You know, we can only touch on the surface, but Teresa actually really knows the program. That's because that's her baby. So.
Yeah, you're an expert at it.
That I have. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for understanding.
Yes, I know the community thanks you. So do you also cover the amount of, 10 counties?
We
that
do.
Okay.
We do. However, in Etowah County, we actually contract out with Council on Aging.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
they handle Etowah County, and that is a great thing because being in 10 counties is very difficult.
Sure.
But we're always available by phone. Our boss's motto is have car, will travel. So, you know, we'll go out and do speaking engagements. If someone wants us to come and talk to them about, you know, Medicare to better understand it, we're always available to do that.
That's a great idea, getting in with churches and groups.
Absolutely.
Oh, we all do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're big time into the community. And our agent team, and I mean, I have to brag about our agent team and our boss, Michael Morrison. He's wonderful. I mean, he gives us that freedom to go out into the communities, and he loves it. He loves us doing this show and getting all this information out to our public because it's so needed. Education is everything, and he's big time on that. So we never have to worry about asking if we can go somewhere to speak because he's, you know, yes, do it. Like you said, have car, will travel, and teamwork makes the dream work, right? That's right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, if you're not out there, I mean, that's not something that people just carry around with them on the daily. Oh, I wonder what part of my Medicare, or making sure. I mean, that's just not, that's one of those things. It's like, oh, I have to, you know, and I'm guessing there's a lot of last minute, hey, my birthday's tomorrow.
Absolutely. We absolutely get those phone calls, and, you know, we always encourage you not to wait till the last minute because they'll say, well, I need to have some insurance by tomorrow, and it doesn't work. You know, it doesn't work that way.
It's not really an expedited process.
It is definitely not. They give you 3 months before your birthday, 3 months after your 65th birthday to sign up. So you have ample time to sign up. So as soon as you get that letter, you know, we encourage you to give us a call before the deadline so that you won't be, you know, in that, well, I got to have something right now situation.
What if, like, you miss that letter? I don't know. I mean, sometimes, like, if you move.
Yeah, because the mail system sometimes.
Yeah.
You can call Social Security or you can call Medicare if you know you're nearing your 65th birthday and it's 1 month out and you have not received it. I would definitely call them and make sure that they have the right address and make sure that they'll get that paperwork out to you.
Because the letter comes from Social Security, doesn't it?
It does. Some people lately have gotten letters from Social Security, and before they can sign up for Medicare, they've had to go and do an interview at Social Security. Not everybody's getting, that. So I don't know if that's something new that Social Security is doing with some people, but some people have had to go do an interview of sorts just to let them know I'm continuing in work, or no, I'm not, going to be working. So I just need Part A, or I need Part A and Part B.
And like you said, it is very confusing though, because when you're working, you think, oh, well, I don't need that because I have insurance through work, or military people might say, well, I have military insurance for the rest of my life. I don't have to sign up for that, or whatever the case may be, and they don't realize. That's scary.
Yeah, if you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
If you're not out there and you're like, yeah, where would you find that unless you are getting that great information, or get to be a part of like a time that you get to come speak with a group or things. I mean, because that's.
And Teresa's always into churches and senior centers, and she has events all the time. And like I said, she could call. You call her too. 1-800-8
That's right.
1-800-8. So speaking of events, there's an event that is coming up soon that you're going to be a very big part of.
Absolutely.
And that is the Fraud Summit. I think we have a flyer for that. Let's check it out and give some more details. Well, maybe
no flyer.
Well, we do. But we'll make sure when we get back.
Break.
Yeah, we'll make sure that we have that. Because I want to make sure that everybody knows about that Fraud Summit, because those summits are so important. And like the community health series that Ellen does, all of those things, like you said, like getting out in the public and making sure, for free, where you can go and learn so much. Yeah, for free.
For free.
I like that
People
word.
always say, well, there's a catch, or if or if they call you, or if we even tell people about the CARES program, about the SHIP program, well, if it's free, what's the catch? Because we're not the Jimmy Walkers and we're not the Joe Nathans.
Right, that's correct.
Advertising for all that, and there's not, because it's from the federal government down to the state government, and we're just there to help our senior population, our disabled population. That's what we're there for. We don't have any, like I said, dog in the fight. We're just there to actually seriously help our seniors.
So if that's not something, like you're not like a salesperson, you're not trying to sell, you're just trying to guide, where does that funding come from to provide these services?
From the federal government. We get a lot of hours from ACL, and so it just filters down, to the state, and then the state will send it out to all the AAAs. Like, we're one of 13 AAAs in the state of Alabama. So when we say that number, 1-800 line, wherever they call from in that number, it will route them to whichever AAA they need to be calling, which is a great thing. That's the state number is the 1-800 line. So our 10 counties, if they call from one of our 10 counties, it will be routed to our AAA.
Right.
If they call outside and they're calling from one of those counties that is not one of East Alabama's, then it will be routed to them.
That's great. I mean, that's needed. Again, like we've been talking about, there's, if you have to do this, and if you don't sign up, you get penalized, then there has to be those resources to be able to explain, because not everybody is just going to look at, this information and be like, oh yeah, this is the one that I need to choose.
And I'll go ahead and
Absolutely.
put this plug in too. Every time there's a census, this is so very important. Census is very important because when you fill that out, that's how the federal government distributes money, because the more population, senior population we have in our 10 county region, the more money we get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's based on your senior population. So if we're getting, if all our seniors fill out that census, we'll be getting all our money. But if not, then you're shortchanging yourself too.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, and your community.
Yes.
Okay, so I've often wondered, I know the census is very important, but that makes a lot of sense, because that's how they gauge how many people need these services and how much money
for the caregivers program, for ombudsman, for all our programs. That's how it's based. And my program's federally funded and state matched. So if you don't fill that census out, then that's people less that that's accounted for, that I get less money for.
Less money, absolutely.
And less money means not as much care, and we want to be able, and I know y'all do, are very committed to making sure you're giving the best care. And the most in resources that you can to everyone in the community,
Yep.
especially your over 65 population or any of your caregiver. That's not just, with a certain age.
I mean, and an area agency on aging is misleading sometimes too. I mean, yes, we do serve the senior population over the age of 60, but it's also disabled. So, I mean, we have, in the Medicaid waiver program, we have children on that program. So, I mean, the Senior RX program is not just for seniors. I mean, we have children on that program. CARES has grandparents that are taking care of grandkids. So, I mean, it's a little misleading sometimes because we serve a lot of people.
You do. Let's talk a little bit more about that when we get back from break, and then we'll make sure that we can show that the Fraud Summit. Yes. So you stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24.
At Family Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
You may not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 2324 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox, 24 models. You got it, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
Rise and shine, everyone. It is Friday. Woohoo! Happy dance. Friday, May the 17th. Our older American is in the house dancing back there, Jeff Sparks. We want to say thank you so much for all that you do running the floor operation here on Rise and Shine. We appreciate you. We're gonna have to take a picture with him and hashtag. And while we're talking about hashtags, don't forget to hashtag AL Cares for Seniors. Super important. If you want to give a shout out to a special senior in your life, that is the way to do so as we celebrate Older Americans Month, this month of May. There it is, hashtag AL Cares for Seniors. Give a shout out to a special senior in your life, whether it's someone who is part of your family or is a chosen member of your family, or just a person who you came into contact with during the course of the day that made an impact in your life. We want to hear from that. And speaking of caring for seniors, there was a huge event. Was it last week? I can't keep tracks of the weeks.
Yes,
My goodness, it all goes so quickly. And we have a few clips of the event.
It was so awesome.
It was so awesome. So let's check it out.
Okay.
Okay. Either one. We've got 2 videos. We've got some of the photos, and then Noah was there, and he got some videos as well. So let's start with the photos. All right. So it was May Day, senior celebration. Happy Days was the theme.
That was our theme. Look at all those people.
Look at that turnout.
We had 1,200 seniors.
Wow.
That's AIDB's. That was their table, different tables.
Look at how many people.
Yeah, they were having such a good time. That's my director, Michael Morris, and then my aging director, the band. I thought that was so cute. The soda shop. Cute. Yeah,
they were
some
so
of our
creative.
vendors. That's the Medicaid waiver team. That's some of the team. That's Savannah. That's our executive director, Lori Sokol. That's the band, Alabama Rain, or the singers of the Alabama.
I haven't got to
Look,
say.
That's our own Courtney. And this gentleman is a World War II vet, 97 years old.
Look at me dancing.
And then you dancing the night away.
He was a dance
and Amanda
partner
Ward,
for a few.
our HR person. There's the mayor of Montford. Yes, there's like all different kinds of people there. It was awesome.
It was so fun. When I walked in, you invited us to come there, and so I thought, oh, okay. And I knew that you had said there was a lot of people, but when I walked in, I was just like, whoa. It was so like just incredible, and like everywhere I turned, there was something that was visually appealing and exciting.
And you know, and I could just, I can't believe I didn't do this, and I wish so bad that I would have. But we had 3, not just one. There was a picture of myself and one of the World War II vets there. And you know, there's not many World War II vets left. But we had 3 there that day. 3. And they were 97, 98, and 99. And I was with the gentleman, Mr. Allen is his name. He's from Alex City, and he's 97 years young. Aww. And he was precious. He was precious. And I just regret that I didn't get a picture of all 3 of them together, because how unusual that is. I mean, that's not every day that you find 3 in one place, you know, which I thought was just fantastic that they were there, you know, participating in our May Day
and
celebration.
Yes,
I mean, it was great. And this was my 23rd May Day.
Wow.
So, yeah, they're always fun, and every year it's something different.
Yeah.
We have a different theme every year for it, too. But Amanda Bingers and Sarah Seals, they're with our nutrition program, and they do a good job. They're the ones that put that program on every year. It's a big job. And all East Alabama Planning Commission, all of the aging department, we all just pitch in and help her team.
It takes a village. There's some more.
Yeah, there's some more pictures. Yeah,
yes.
The band. They
were incredible.
Yes.
So incredible. And I was so grateful that they got me up and let me sing a song with them.
Oh, yeah, and everybody was like shocked. They said, well, you didn't tell us Courtney could sing, too. I said, yes, she can do it all.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but thank you. Thank you for believing in me.
It was great.
I do love to sing.
And the seniors enjoyed it, too. So
they enjoyed every moment. That's what I noticed as I was walking through, is that there were smiling faces, all 12, did you say 1,200 of them, or 1,500?
Yeah, 12.
There was a lot, but they were all just smiling and having so much fun.
Oh yeah, they loved it.
And there to enjoy. I got to learn some new line dances.
Oh yeah,
that was so much fun. I mean, look at all of those people. I mean, it's just,
well,
it's
and like
incredible.
I told you, that day is aging goals, right? I mean,
goals.
I hope when I'm 92, I can win a hula hoop contest like that gentleman did.
He was so cute.
Yes, and you know, and dance. I mean, they just don't. You know, age is just a number. You know, you are you're just as old as how you feel is what I think. Or age is just a number. I always say mine is unlisted is what I say. But
there's a tidbit.
Yeah, mine's unlisted. But
and everybody wore their T-shirts, and so it was just a sea of blue and happy faces.
Oh yes, it was great.
It was.
There's
our
a gentleman
hula
that
hooper.
won the hula hoop contest. He was 92 years old. Yes.
He was so elated when he won. Like, he was out there. Oh, look at the hula hoop skills. All right.
It was great. It was great. I mean, I couldn't even do it around my waist, but I couldn't even do it. I couldn't even do that. What that lady was doing. I mean, it's hard.
Look at everyone dancing.
And that's what the twist contest maybe. Yep, the twist contest. We had that. We had first, second, and third prize, and I think like 2 alternates or 3 alternates.
They're a little slow-mo twisting right now. And
alternate.
or we're having a little video issue there, but they were getting it. They were not slow-mo twisting. They were, come on, baby.
Hey, they got some moves. I mean, people think that, well, they're just seniors. Oh, no.
Oh, no. They have way more fun.
No, they have some moves. I mean, and there's some of the couples there that line dance or ballroom dance while they're, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope I want to be them when I grow up.
Me too. They have more fun. Those kind of seniors have more fun than like the high school seniors do.
Yeah, and I used to teach a wellness class to our to some seniors and to caregivers, and one of my things is I always say is, just because you have something going on, whether you have diabetes or you have high blood pressure or whatever it is that you're dealing with, that's what you're dealing with. That does not define who you are. You're not going to go up to someone and say, "Hi, I'm Ellen and I have high blood pressure."
Right.
Because that's not what defines who you are. And I preach that to our seniors and to our caregivers all the time. And these seniors at May Day, they live that. They all probably are dealing with it. There were people there with walkers and wheelchairs and canes, and but you know what? That they didn't care.
A prosthetic leg.
Yes, and a lady there from, I think she's from Hurst, maybe. No, she was from Ranburn, I think. She has a prosthetic, and she can dance. I mean, she does not.
A beautiful dancer.
And I tell her every year how admirable she is, because she made the best out of something that was not so good, but she made the best of it, because you only get one chance. I tell everybody that life is not, it's curtain call. It's not, it's not practice. It's
not a dress rehearsal.
No, ma'am. It's not. It's not dress rehearsal at all. And you just you deal, you're dealt the cards that you're given, and you deal with it, and you move on.
Make the best of it. And
That's
she
right.
did. It was so cool to see
and
her
positivity generates positivity.
Yes.
And
Keep that in
negativity
mind.
does the same.
It does.
Either you can be negative and be positive, but you know what? It takes more energy to be negative than it does to be positive.
It takes more energy to frown than it does to smile.
Yes, more muscles. It takes more muscles. Yes.
Plus, you don't want to get those frown lines.
Right.
You want to get those smile lines.
Get smile lines. Parentheses.
Yeah.
Now, punctuation does not belong on your face. I don't know about that.
Yeah, when you walk by somebody and they're all frowny and
frowning
then,
all the time.
But
and
if
it
you walk
catches
with
on
smile,
too.
Yes, it's
Just
contagious.
Just like in that whole environment. I mean, how could you not have fun there?
My cheeks hurt when I left, like from smiling. Like I was like smiling for.
Yes.
I mean, I think we set out to be there for like 30, 45 minutes. I think we were there for like 2 hours. I didn't want to leave.
And a big shout
time.
out to Sacred Heart, the Sacred Heart. They had their ROTC there. And which was great, and they participated as well. So
yeah, it was so fun. And I met a dance partner. I went home and told my husband. I said, "Well, I have a new dance partner." He was so sweet. He was a great dancer too.
Oh yes.
I know I wasn't his only dance partner, but it will always stay close to my heart. It was fun. Like he had some moves. He was spinning me around. It was so much fun.
Oh yes.
I enjoyed every moment. Please have me back next year.
Oh, of course. Okay. I want you to come back next year. Of course.
It was fun. And thank you to Alabama Rain for letting me get up and sing a song. They were just incredible. If you have a chance to see them, to hear them
live.
So talented. Like
Yes,
their
they
voices just blend so well, and everyone in the band was just like super talented and
awesome musicians.
Yeah, they were keeping everybody dancing and smiling too, and that helps. You know, when you have that good music and that good vibe, and they're happy, and all those cool door prizes that you had.
Oh yeah, and there was a lot of door prizes.
There was a lot of door prizes. Some really pretty plants. I want to be like, I love plants.
There was a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of happy people. Well, you mentioned with high blood pressure and diabetes and those kind of things that we can't control, and we've got some exciting event coming up, or you have an exciting, I say we, I'm part of your team now.
Yes,
okay,
that's right.
Sorry, but you're just going to, yeah,
yes.
Please do. So when we get back, let's talk about that, because there is the Community Health Series that's coming up, and you're going to want to know about it. So we're going to go take a quick break, but we'll be right back. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24.
Look, have you ever had a bank give you money for anything? Family Savings actually pays me for keeping my money at their credit union. I earn interest of 3% APY on my checking account and 1.5% APY on my savings, just for what I was already doing at my old bank. I even get up to $20 per month in ATM fee returns. It's kind of nice to get paid for just using my checking account.
Open an engaged account at Family Savings Credit Union and get rewarded. Family Savings, your best financial friend.
I'm Alan Parnell with Parnell Insurance Agency. We've been here in Oxford and Alabama, Tallapoosa, Georgia since 1990. With Auto Owners Insurance, we're able to give customers competitive pricing along with excellent coverages. Parnell Insurance can handle all of your personal, commercial, and life insurance needs. We have a very experienced staff, both personal and commercial. All together, we've got about 125 years experience. Come see what our insurance agency can do for you in Oxford, Alabama, and Tallapoosa, Georgia.
Auto Owners Insurance.
At Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
Hey, is your money future-proof? When I invest in a CD, Family Savings gives me a great rate, way better than my old savings account. Now, my money makes money, and I don't have to do a thing. Watching those numbers go up is really satisfying, and I can feel good about my family's future.
Open a CD at Family Savings Credit Union and get your best rate no matter the term. Family Savings Credit Union, your best financial friend.
Rise and shine, everyone. It is 8:03 on your Friday morning, May the 24th. My goodness, how time flies. I can't believe it's already approaching the end of May. So we are visiting this morning with Ellen Hurst with Alabama Cares, and Katie Forham. She is sharing her experience and journey with Parkinson's disease. So Katie,
Yes.
you have brought something to show us, and this is a stimulator.
It is.
What is the actual, is a brain stimulator?
It is.
Is there
It is a
more
brain
technical
stimulator.
term?
Yes. So as a part of my journey in 2020, I met with my doctor. I'd been off meds for about 18 hours, and we quickly realized that my progression was much faster than we had hoped it was going to be, and he said I needed to have deep brain stimulation. And so what they do is they go in and they take this little wire right here and they implant it deep inside of your brain. And then this little box right here is inside my chest, and it provides an electrical signal that interrupts the negative signals that allows my brain to work as it should and controls my tremors. If I did not have this, I literally could not sit here right now, because my tremors and my dyskinesia would be so bad, even with medication.
And this here is That right there is the
Yes.
is inserted like a pacemaker.
Yes. So
that we talked about. So
exactly.
Yes.
So it's basically a pacemaker for the brain.
Right.
But I have that on both sides, and then I have one device that controls both sides.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
And when she said that, and she explained it to you that day on Tuesday, she said, "I would not be standing here if I did not have that."
No.
And she was just so. You
Yeah.
know, and you never would know that you have that. I mean, it's wonderful.
It is,
I mean,
and most people don't realize that I have Parkinson's. You don't have tremors. I don't have the outward symptoms.
But it's because
that
of
they
this.
can see. But it's because of that, and it has been an absolute godsend.
Can you explain to them a little bit about how? Could you explain to me how it has just like light little waves to your brain? It's not
Right.
it's not like zzz, you know.
Yeah. No.
Well, but some people might think that. So
Although
could you explain
sometimes I
a
wonder.
little bit about?
Sure. So the unit gives off an electrical signal,
Mm-hmm.
and if you look at the bigger part here, this is a blown up section of what is actually inside of my brain, and each one of these are a contact point, and they literally touch the inside of my brain, and that signal, based on the programming, goes to each one of those points at different times with different frequencies and with a different magnitude of signal. And again, it interrupts the negative signals to allow my body to work as it should.
And how do they do this? This is very interesting. So I'm sure everyone's different. The waves are different, correct?
Yes.
So they have to test you for that, or
Right.
to see how much wave to give you? Or
Yes.
whatever?
So I will be very quick to say only about 25% of people with Parkinson's, say that 3 times fast, qualify for this surgery. One, it's based on age. It's based on any kind of dementia. If you have
Right.
any kind of dementia, you're not allowed to have the surgery because it can cause a great progression of that.
Yes.
But yes, it is a programming. So you have the surgery. It is brain surgery. You're awake for it if you have it at UAB for the brain part, and then you are put to sleep for the battery or the stimulator insertion. And then you go through a series of appointments called programmings, and they have a computer program that talks to the stimulator and different settings, and everybody's are different. Being the medical oddity that I am, my program that controls the right side of my body is very strange, but my programmer, Melissa Wade, was just amazing at trying to find exactly what I needed, the right combination of strength, frequency, and contact points to make it work for me.
Technology, wow.
It
It's
is.
amazing.
It is.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Can you feel it like right now? Do
No.
you feel anything? So you're
So
not
it's
like
so
aware.
light that you
Yes.
don't even know what's going on. You
No.
don't even know that it's there.
No, but now if you change my settings, you'll very quickly, or I turn it off, you very quickly realize it was doing something.
Right.
So you have control of turning it on
I
and
do.
off?
I have a remote.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a huge running joke at church when he would take me to get programmed. Oh, can I send my wife? Can I send a remote for
Look at
her?
your programmer.
Programmer. Oh, that's funny.
Yes. Yeah.
So
But
what would be a reason why you would turn it off?
if I cannot have an MRI with my system on.
Oh,
So I
okay.
have to go into MRI mode, which basically turns it off, which is great when you have to be still and you have to move at the same time. I kind of an oxymoron, but God gets me through it every time. Or if I have to have surgery, I have to turn it off.
Okay, I understand.
So, but I can also
That's
change my
understandable.
settings. If my symptoms are getting worse, my medication isn't doing what I needed to, I can up my symptoms. If I'm having a great day and I don't need as much of anything, I can lower it.
That's amazing.
So you can adjust it yourself. So you
Yes.
have it programmed, but then you also have
Yes.
control over programming it. So if you're
I
having a
can't change
harder
the
day,
programming, I just adjust the stimulation
the
levels.
stimulation levels.
Yes.
Okay. Did you say that you were awake when they placed it in in your brain?
Oh, yes, I caught
Yes.
that too. Oh
Yes.
dear.
How intense was it? For those who might be nervous about the thought of
Brain surgery?
Yes.
You know, I was very blessed. I had literally had people around the world praying for me that morning, and the peace of God was just so real. I'm not going to lie and say it was a walk in a park.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I cannot stand the sound of a dentist drill. after hearing them drill
Oh my
through my skull. But the blessing is that you have so many people to talk to that are there to distract you from what's going on and just to walk you through it. My first surgery was 6 hours long because I was in a research study. At that point, my second side was only 2.5, so it was a walk in the park.
What a strong lady you are.
Only by God's grace.
I mean, what a strong lady you are. I cannot, I mean, my eyes are leaking.
I know.
That is, I mean, amazing. And what a testimony you are to so many people, not just with Parkinson's, but with anything. A testimony to your children, to your church family, to us. That's fabulous.
God gives us each a journey, and I think the biggest thing with Parkinson's is most people get that diagnosis and it's a death sentence. It's not. Most people don't die from Parkinson's. They die from other complications, from falling, from broken hips, from pneumonia, all kinds of different things. I don't know why. I may never know why God put me on this journey at the age of 36 with young kids. But if I can't walk this journey with my head held high by His grace, helping other people to know Him and to realize that there is hope, it doesn't matter what your journey brings, then I haven't done what I was supposed to do.
And everybody's here for a reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Find your reason.
Yes.
You did.
God gave me a purpose.
Yes, and you're living that purpose, and you're sharing that journey with others, and just being on here today, sharing your story, the lives that you'll be able to touch through this, and we really appreciate that.
And I'm honored that I know you. I'm so honored.
It has to be very emotional. I mean, it's emotional. Talking about it, I feel it through you. I mean, that is but it's incredible that there is technology.
There is hope.
Yes, and that is the thing. Like, what are your thoughts on the current state of Parkinson's research? And
so I saw a blurb that Congress had just passed the End Parkinson's Act. That is going to be the first legislation that has come down from Congress for Parkinson's, which is a big deal because the vast majority, almost 99% of all Parkinson's research is private. If it was not, and I say this very earnestly for Michael J. Fox and the advocacy he has created and the organization that he has created, whether you agree with how they do all of their research, if it had not been for him and the vast strides that he took, just even in his name recognition, we would not be where we are today. Right. At the same time, we have to be so thankful for the universities in Israel. Most people don't realize that if you are of Ashkenazi Jewish descent, you are 30% more likely to get Parkinson's.
Oh, wow.
It's very strong connection for those Jews. And every major university in Israel has a Parkinson's Research Center. Really? So much is coming out of Israel. So, you know, my heart is for Israel as God's people, but my selfishness is with Israel for the Parkinson's research that we have and the advancements that they're making and finding on our behalf.
Awesome.
Well,
wow, it's a lot involved, isn't it?
I say we go check in on a break real quick. But stay tuned because there's still some more things to talk about.
Absolutely.
So you're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24. We'll be right back.
At Bentley Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
You may not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 23-24 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 24 Team 1 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox. 24 models. You got it. 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team 1 Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
Rise and shine, everyone. It is Friday, May 10th, and we are so happy to have you starting our day, your day off with us, and our day off with you. And we are visiting, of course, with Alabama Cares because it's Friday. And so we have Ellen Hurst with Alabama Cares, and she brought along Carla Jones. And Carla, I have really enjoyed getting to know this because when I see paramedics, you often just think it's a service that it's a very needed service, and we appreciate all of our first responders and paramedics. And this is a different take on that. This is a consistent care that you're able to give someone and checking in. So let's remind everybody a little bit about the services and how do they become part of the service? Like how does somebody get in your care? How do you determine that?
Well, I have a. We run calls, the ambulance service will run calls, and we have to keep a record of every call that we run. And so I will go back through those calls and I will find the people that called an ambulance but did not go to the hospital. Okay. And so I will go to their door and I'll knock on their door, and we do have business cards, and I'll tell them who I am, and I'll tell them I saw where you called an ambulance the other day and didn't go. I just wanted to check up on you and make sure that you were doing okay. So, that's kind of like how I get into it. But we also, like at our events, I have cards, community paramedic cards, and I have business cards as well. So we do have a number on the card. It's a non-emergent number, and it gets our call center. It reaches our call center, and if you call that number, you just ask for Carla Jones, community paramedic at Oxford Health Systems. The number's 256-474-7900.
Wonderful. So make sure you're writing that down. We'll also put that, if you want to go back through on our Facebook page, we will make that a comment to make sure that you have access to that phone number there. Share it with someone who you know that might need that service.
Yes. Unfortunately, we only cover the city of Oxford. I always tell everyone that if you call an ambulance to your house and you have an emergency, if our ambulance comes to your house, then you know that you qualify for the program, and it's free. We don't charge anything for it. We just go out and visit and make sure that the community is taken care of. Our mayor and city council, they really love this program, so we're going to keep doing it as long as they want us to do it.
How can we get this in all of the counties?
That's my question.
Every county needs this.
Yeah.
If you are watching this and you feel like it is needed in your county, which I'm pretty sure it is in every county, then why don't you take it to your city council? That could be a great way to go in and talk to your local
and tell them that
representatives.
Oxford's doing it. Tell them that Oxford's doing it, and maybe they could talk to Carla. And give them Carla's name and say, could somebody from our city or our town call Carla and see how we can start this here, because like I said, this is so wonderful, and working with the Area Agency on Aging and working with family caregivers for 23 years.
Yeah, happy anniversary. This week was your anniversary.
Yes. So, we see this a lot in all our programs, not just me, not just in the Alabama Cares program, but in all our programs, we see this all the time, how you know, there's so many people that are isolated, that are at home by themselves, and they don't want to go. A lot of times, and I bet Carly can back me up on this, a lot of times people won't go to the hospital too because they're like, if my kids find out I went to the hospital, they're going to take me out of the home and put me in a nursing home.
Oh, yeah.
And no matter how bad they are, they're not going to go. So, you know, this is when the community paramedic is so vital, I think, to go in there to evaluate what's going on. Does this person really need to go to the hospital and they didn't? Or, you know, and there's so much more medical things, and like I said, not just that, but to help them with the loneliness and kind of see if, you know, are they eating properly? Do they have food in the house? You know, like,
is it clean?
Yeah, is it clean? Are they safe?
Safe environment.
You know, that kind of thing. I just think that it's just you can't put a price on that, and it's free. I mean, it's just there's no amount of price on peace of mind for caregivers for that person, and you know that person absolutely loves her coming in. You know what I mean? I mean, it makes them feel good that somebody actually cares and they're following up on when I did call 911.
Yes. That somebody cares for you, and you go in and you're a singer, and you will go in and share that gift of your voice with people, and play an instrument for them, and
I do.
What a wonderful thing, because sometimes people just need a little bit of love. They just need somebody. I mean, we all, you know, really, I mean, I think the majority of humans need human interaction.
Too bad we can't make a robotic pet. Like, you know,
that should be the next thing.
We had to show it about the robotic pets.
The robotic lab, cat, and Carla. And the walker squawkers.
That would be something else right there.
Duplicate you.
Just duplicate you, put you in all the homes.
Oh, and so many people. Now, tell us, Carla, I know you love giving back and you love doing this, but there has to be a level of compassion fatigue that happens. Do you ever?
Well, I think the only compassion fatigue that I would have, if it would even be considered with that, is that I go for a certain amount of time to see these people, and then I have to stop and then go see someone else. My thing is that I don't want to let anybody go. You know, I want to keep going. I want to keep checking. But I try to give them their resources, you know, resources like Ellen was speaking of about if they have the proper food in their home. There have been times I've called Meals on Wheels and got people set up with Meals on Wheels, and they will cater to your needs. You're diabetic. If you're diabetic, they'll cater to that. If you have anxiety and you don't particularly want someone coming in your home, they'll leave the food outside their door. You know, stuff like that. So,
and she also refers to our agency for all the programs that we do too. So, you know, she's a big resource too for these folks that maybe didn't know about us or like everything that we do.
I could imagine that would be a great thing. How often do you tell people about Alabama Cares and give them that?
Yes. I do.
Yeah.
I have it hanging on my refrigerator.
Program. And you know, that's something that we teach in the first responders courses, that, you know, we're here, the Area Agency on Aging also wants to help our first responders and hopefully alleviate some of those calls that they're getting all the time, because not all of their calls are 911, but if we could help, you know, and for those that are, for somebody who didn't take their medication, how about if they're not taking their medication because they can't afford it? Well, that's where the Area Agency on Aging steps in, not the Alabama Cares program per se, but we have a program called Senior RX, and then they can come in and help them get those medications. If it's life-sustaining medications, they can help with that. So there's a lot of, you know, win-win, you know, with each other, because what she does goes hand in hand with what we do too, and we're all in for one goal, and that's to help the community, you know, to all our communities, and with Carla it's to help the Oxford area.
And it takes everyone working together, because not everyone is aware. You have great programs, but not everyone is aware on how to contact those or what all is part of those programs and all of the help that really is out there. So you being able to go in firsthand, we need this in every community, y'all.
Like I agree.
I didn't even know that this was a thing, and now that I know that it is, I know we need it everywhere.
Yes.
Oh yes. Wouldn't that be great?
It would just be so great, because
and how great
everyone
would
is
it have
aging.
been during COVID? I've had, you know, even though COVID is, but to still have that paramedic, you know, because they know how to be careful and all that stuff, and they're a healthcare worker and all that. Thank goodness for those folks. But you know, especially during that time, but any time, you know, it's just it's just something that's needed.
I've often wondered, like with telehealth, that's so great, but like how does a doctor over a screen, like you might need to check the blood pressure, you need to check the sugar levels, or all of all of those things. I don't know, because I've never worked in medical. EKGs. Yeah, so how
they could do all
that.
We can do all that.
So you can partner with that. You said that was really interesting. They can be on the phone with their doctor on the telehealth, but then you could be there saying, okay, here's the vitals. Here's the vitals. Can you tell I've never worked in the health
There's
industry.
a lot that goes into that, and you know, that's hopefully in the future. There's a lot that goes into that because you have to speak with the patient's doctor. You know, you got HIPAA. You want to make sure that everything's taken care of that way.
Right.
So it is evolving, and it may take a while to get this program underway the way that it should be. But you know,
it's a
like
start.
right, we're starting it, and one of the things that I found in visiting a lot of the elderly is that they don't understand how to take their medications, and then
correctly.
Correctly. A lot of times they don't get their medications. They don't understand the names of them. We'll ask them what medications you take. I don't know, and they don't know the dosages and
how many times you're supposed to take.
Or which one's what, or
what it's for,
or forgetting them, or taking them too many times,
or not enough times.
Yeah, or as we learned last week when you were talking about what you did with the med prep students, and when you go into your courses, having those gloves on, how hard it is. She uses the Tic Tac reference and how hard it is, because some people, if you're having dementia or Alzheimer's, then you have that other level of either forgetting or taking too much or not knowing which one.
Which ones you put in there,
Well, another program that Ellen, I believe, is with autistic children as well. That's another thing that we encounter a lot. Children, you have to know how to approach children with autism and stuff. And when you get them in the back of an ambulance and they're alone, maybe a lot of times their parents will go, but sometimes they won't. So you have to know how to approach these and go into their home ahead of time, knowing that they have this condition. If they ever do have an emergency, then maybe they can be a little bit more at ease, with stuff like that. So it's not just elderly, it's disabled.
And autism and Alzheimer's patients kind of view things the same sometimes, and you have to be careful with that. So that's very important to know.
And that takes training. Have you gone through Ellen's training, the paramedic?
Is that what
you
we did?
You went through the first responder training.
And that was for dementia and Alzheimer's. Yes, yes, I did that. And it was very helpful. I actually kept you gave us one of your
fidget blankets.
Yeah. And I think I like that myself.
I know. I was going to say, I need a fidget blanket. I'm holding my hands right now, so I don't fidget. I really hold my hands together right here, so
I'm always doing it. So
it's hard not to. But
she went through the first responder training.
Yeah, that's helpful, because we don't always realize all of the things. Like if I went into someone's home that had dementia or Alzheimer's, I wouldn't know how to.
Well, even when I went through
that.
to the med students, the med prep students in high school, that was at the Career Academy when I taught them. When was it? Last week or week before? Their instructor even told me, she said, "This is wonderful." She said, "I wish that everybody could get this training from you." And I said, "What do you mean?" She said that the nursing students, even in college, she said when they have to do their clinicals and they go in to where they're dealing with somebody like on an Alzheimer's unit and they're doing that portion of their clinicals, she said they go in there and they're just like lost because they have no clue how to react to their behavior or their non-behavior or whatever it is that's going on with that person. She said they just freeze up because they don't even know. She said, the class helps a lot, letting them know what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say, how, what to expect, what not to expect, what is dementia, what, what's going on, why is this person got, is part of your brain that's dying, this is why this is going on, different people react different ways, this is why. So there's a lot of things that we go over, and I think it helps everybody.
I think so too. When knowledge is power, and that's definitely something, and if we want to be good stewards of our community and of our neighbor, we need to have that knowledge.
Correct.
Well, on that, we have to go and check in with our wonderful sponsors, go to a quick break, but stay tuned because there's so many more things to cover. You're watching Rise and Shine right here on WEAC TV 24.
At Family Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
You may not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team 1 Chevys are here. All 23-24 Silverado light duties dudes have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 2014 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox, 24 models. You got it, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team One Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
Thank you for tuning in to Rise and Shine. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you back here Monday morning.
At Ballin Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
You may not believe it, but it's true. The 2024 Team One Chevys are here. All 23-24 Silverado light duties have 2.9% financing for 72 months. The hottest new 2014 Chevy Blazer, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. And the #1 selling family vehicle, the Equinox, 24 models. You got it, 1.9% financing and no payments till April. Team One Chevrolet, home of the best people, the best service, period.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.